Hey everyone, welcome back to Football Critics and welcome back to another review of Man City vs Man City matches. First, yes, his game. I know we are very late for the review and the thing. For review for of the RB Leipzig versus Man City. And for that, let's get started. Again, I have Mohan Pai with me from Man City Unplugged. So, first thoughts on how are you first?
I actually felt very tense when the match started because one football app actually predicted City are gonna lose the match yesterday. So it was actually like there was a part of our fan base which felt like there was tension. People thought it will be one of those Monaco, Lyon, those kind of UCL nights. But now you know why Erling Haaland came. He turns up on big occasions. It's commit the
Yes,
hour
yes,
and
yes.
commit the man for Erling Haaland.
Definitely, definitely. Uh, let's get a short review of this. I know.
Yeah.
First, I'm going to talk about those two incidents first. What you thought? What's your thought? First, the penalty, then the Edison one.
Yeah.
First,
The
let's start with
penalty was
Edison one.
Edison one.
Edison,
Okay,
Edison.
okay. Initially, when I thought it, my first thought was yellow. I think no one would have thought that Edison would not get a card. At least it's a yellow for me. The first instant was it's a yellow. I was shocked that the referee gave a yellow to Timo Werner, but it was apparently for dissent that Timo Werner he shouted at the referee. But I mean that was such careless goalkeeping from Ederson because that one incident would have could have just changed the complexion of the game. Like UCL knockout ties depend on that rush of blood kind of things from players. So careless from Ederson. And there was another incident also. Rodri giving the ball away to a Leipzig player, if you
Yes,
remember. We
yes,
were
yes.
lucky it was Timo Werner. That's why he didn't score. Or else anyone else would have scored. So those
Yes,
both
definitely.
incidents, it really got to me, especially the Ederson one. For me, it was a yellow for sure for Ederson.
Yes. For me, personally, I felt it was a red card incident, but Edison was lucky to get
Yeah.
he was lucky enough to avoid any cards, but I think yellow or red was the casualty. But it was Timo Werner, so it's fine because Timo, you never know what to expect. Timo Werner is like one of those players you don't know what to expect from him.
Yeah.
What type of player he will be on that play
Yeah.
on that
Yeah.
day. Sometimes he's too clinical, sometimes he's average type, and sometimes like that. He won't do
Sometimes
anything.
he's worse than Raheem Sterling. He misses
He's
open
not
goals that
visible.
makes Raheem Sterling laughs.
He is sometimes he's not visible at all. So
Yeah.
we know the different what do you say version of team of Wonder. So like
Yeah.
coming back to the penalty incidents, first it seems it touches hand, but sometimes it was in some other angle. It was showing it hit. I think it was Stones per head. Then it went to this guy. What's this guy's name? I forget his guy's name. Who was that?
Yeah. Henrik. He was Henrik.
Hendrik.
Henrik.
Hendrik.
Henrik.
Hendrik's hand, because I know it was like what do you say? It was out of position, so unnatural
Yeah. Yeah.
position.
It was that. Yeah.
A
It was that.
penalty.
Yeah.
It's a 50-50 call, I would say, but not a
Yeah.
pen. It's fine.
I think it is harsh because when you jump, that's where your arm will be, right? And that too, it
Yeah.
was Rodri who headed it from very close range. It was impossible for someone to, like, you can't keep your arms in your pocket and jump. So that is there. But having said that, the handball law states it's a penalty. So the referees, they go by the law. They don't go by their interpretation, right? Oh, it is harsh. I will not give. They go by the thing what is written in the law book will give that. So by law that's a penalty, but it is a stupid law. Actually the law should be changed.
No, the thing is, for me and most of the people who I read and listened, they're saying we are not against City, we are not against anyone. We just
Yeah.
are against the
Yeah.
VAR or VAR referees. Just be consistent. Someday you give them penalty, someday you don't even see the VAR thing. Sometimes this and that. Just be consistent. Be consistent in what you're doing. because so we don't act. Yesterday's game was like we don't need that penalty for instance,
yeah,
because we played well and we eventually we're gonna score. But this
yeah,
thing is some team which are in a what do you say, in a difficult position, and you have that those kind of incidents where you needed a penalty to just in case it's a 50-50 chance of scoring, but there's a
yeah,
chance, yeah, 50% you can score.
yeah,
So those kind of teams need that goals, that type of a momentum to just to have a impact on the game. That was one of those things. If referees could have been a bit more consistent in other games, it would be changed. Because our players also didn't appeal because they felt that it's fine. Because normally,
yeah.
even from our side, also sometimes it happens other teams. So because it hit stones and then it will, because otherwise, if the closest person to that the incident was stones, he would have said it's pen or not because no one appealed.
No, no one appealed. No one appealed. But do you remember the pen which Real Madrid got against City, Laporte, last season,
Yeah,
first leg? Exactly
yeah.
similar one. It hit. It was headed on to Laporte and hit it. Benzema headed on to Laporte's arm. Exactly the same thing, mirror
Yeah, but
image.
there that incident was Benzema fell down, yeah, because here the only thing was hand. That was like Benzema fell also because somewhat, so what do you say? Because he fell, so there was a little bit of concreteness because there was a foul on that, so it's fine. Otherwise, other than that, nothing else. Apart
But
from
I
that,
think it's a balance of play because in the first leg that was a clear penalty if you remember. He was playing
yeah, yeah,
volleyball. I mean
yeah.
everyone was shocked. I think
We should have.
these decisions play out in the end
It's fine, but
evenly.
eventually we went on to win the game,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
went on to win the game with a particular person, which I mentioned the banner is that Erling Haaland.
Haaland.
Talk about a moment.
He put Leipzig into hell and he
Oh
made
yeah,
hell for them.
definitely.
I mean, you could just see the ferociousness in that eyes. He was thirsty for goals, especially the second goal when De Bruyne hit the post. The way Haaland ran and headed it inside, that was not an easy header because ball was
Yes, yes.
off the post. It was like
Yeah.
bouncing and all.
Yes, definitely. The thing was, when Haaland had the first chance or one or two in the early stages, because he went ran and almost outrun this guy Guardiol
Yeah,
and that
yeah,
keeper almost, because
yeah, yeah.
just I thought this guy's gonna have a big day today.
Yeah. That ball also was from Ake, right? Ake played the
Yeah,
ball, if I'm not wrong.
he's
That ball
actually
was superb.
yeah, Ake is actually really improving that left back
Yeah,
slot. He's crossing because he's crossing the balls, he's in the box, doing the left, what a particular typical, not a typical left back who comes in and out of the field, coming in wing position like that. He's doing what he can as a center back. He's doing as to what a left back is doing, modern left back is doing. Because Ake actually started his career as CDM, so he understands those guys.
yeah. And
And
Ake's
coming back.
runs are also superb, right?
Yeah, I know he's not that speedy, but he's quite quick. And
Yeah, he's
coming back, and this guy Stones playing in that CDM role actually is quite good because
yeah.
Akanji, I really feel for that guy. He's just unlucky not to score against City.
Grealish said in an interview afterwards, the Stones and Haaland were joking about Akanji. Akanji is missing everything and Haaland is putting them in.
Anyways, uh, let's get back to our favorite topic. That's player rating.
Player ratings, yeah.
Okay, let's start with what do you say? We'll go from Edison
Ederson.
first, actually.
Ederson. He's not Ederson, he's Ederson.
Yeah, yeah. He could have cost us the
At
match
least this
yesterday.
season. I think I'll give. Yeah, I think I'll give him a 6.5 probably
Yeah,
because
just
he didn't have any saves to make.
and he
It's
may
and
almost
the
he almost could have cost us a match because
yeah he could have watched the match. Yeah,
if the ref was a bit lenient towards Leipzig. That was a clear red. We won't
Yeah,
actually complain for that. Then because we were 2-0 up, it's fine because after it, maybe Leipzig would have changed a bit more. If that
yeah,
was a red, maybe the result might would have been different. But lucky for us, for him.
yeah.
Edison, I would also give him 6. Second part will come to Akanji, right
Akanji
back.
was very good at Akanji was very good. I think the first thing is his reading of the game. Akanji is always a defender who they say he's not physical and is not fit to be a center back, but for me, he plays the game in his head. So Akanji was always like 2 steps ahead of the attacker. He went in front of Timo Werner and stuff, and the attacker from that side to intercept the balls. His passing forward, his play out from tight spaces, that playing out from the back and everything. Akanji was like very good. I would give him an 8 actually.
Yes, apart from that finishing, he was unlucky enough.
Yeah,
I would also give him 8.5 because his defensive awareness was really good. Because
yeah,
he controlled Primo Werner a lot.
yeah. Yeah.
Then I would go with Diaz.
Yeah, Ruben Diaz again for me, 8 for Ruben Diaz as well. The leadership part, and I know he misplaced one pass, I think, but that didn't cause any danger. But apart from that, he was winning all his 1v1s. He was good physically for those 1-2 crosses that came in. He was vocal, he was arranging that leadership part and stuff. I think he did what had to be done.
Yep. I'll also give him 8, but I will give him like 7.5, a bit
Yeah, I
sloppy
mean it
here
was
and there.
7.5, but for me his leadership is why I'm giving him 8 because that
Yeah, yeah.
is
Because I felt he was a bit sloppy here and there. And
yeah,
then I would go back to the fullbacks we were playing. Actually, those were four center backs, but fullbacks.
yeah,
I'll
uh,
start with Nathan Ake. He was really good. Another underrated performance. I would give him
yeah.
8.5 or 9 in between that.
Yeah, I would give him 8.5, nothing like because some of the balls he played was superb. One was the ball over the top to Haaland. Haaland almost got in behind Guardiola, and then there was another pass. It was I think a 1-2 with Jack Grealish, and then Gundogan makes another run. Almost Gundogan should have scored that he didn't score. So Ake made at least 2, 3 excellent passes. I mean, you would see Ake as a midfielder with great vision if you only saw those 3 passes. His passing, his movement of the ball, his awareness of space. It has like improved so much from last season. It's just something
Yes.
else this season.
Mhm. And on left back, it's always but this was Ake was left back
Ake
actually.
was left, yeah.
Right back,
Yeah,
Stones. He was coming in midfield actually. So
yeah, yeah.
I would give him 8.5 because
Yeah.
proper he did a good work.
Yeah, I mean the thing with Stones is if you clearly observed the match when City had the ball, we were moving almost to a back three, and then Stones was coming in like you said, and there was a reason for it. A City were creating a box midfield with Rodri, Stones, and then you have your KDB and Gundogan or whoever. I mean, so it was a box midfield, and Leipzig were having 3 players there. It was becoming a 3v4, which means they can play a rondo. In training they do this rondo with a man in the center and 4 players play. So it was almost impossible to get the ball. So I think what Stones did was very important for the match actually. That coming into the midfield didn't make any mistakes. There was heavy press from Timo Werner and Sabot on John Stones. He
Yes,
just played it out very well. He was strong in 1v1 defending on 1 or 2 occasions, and I think Stones gets an 8.5 for me, just for the tactical role that he did.
yes. He's a more better right back actually because he
Yeah,
has pace. He is a center back. He could play in the midfield also. Technically overall a complete player, overall player I would say. Then I would go back to Rodri because he had a really bad game. Not that bad, but bad game.
how much would you give him?
6.
6. I actually would go with the 7.5 for Rodri. The reason being, he had a bad game. I know he gave the ball away. Was it at 1-0 or something? I think it was at 1-0. He
2
gave the ball away. 2-0,
2
2-0. Okay, 2-0. He gave the ball away, and then 2-1 and Leipzig could have been in the game. But for
He
me, I'm giving him 7.5 because he made that mistake. But immediately afterwards, he had the courage to do the same thing again with the same intense press, and he got the ball out, and again he got the
yes,
ball out. I
yes,
think
yes.
it takes a lot of courage to try it again, knowing I've failed once. If I fail twice, this time the opponent will surely score that chance. He's not going to miss twice. I think it is just for the kind of tough spaces in which Rodri plays and the courage he shows to get on the ball each time, get on the ball each time. Because if you saw Calvin Phillips in the second half, he was an absolute idiot. He was not at all going on to get those balls and stuff. He was sloppy, giving the balls away. I think that is the difference between one of the best DMs in the world and someone like a Calvin Phillips and stuff. So Rodri for
He
me
just
7.5 had a sloppy
For
game,
me,
but
yeah, that's true. But Calvin Phillips is still learning because Pep doesn't give him chances. Because I know Rodri is great, but Calvin Phillips needs chances too. Because
yeah,
if
yeah,
he don't play him, he won't improve. He'll not get
yeah,
settled in a team.
yeah.
Then other midfielder Gundogan. That goal was crazy actually.
That goal was crazy, but he misses easy chances. I think
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the second minute, Gundogan gets an easy chance. De Bruyne across. I thought that was 1-0. We always see Gundo score those chances. I mean, I know it was tough because the ball just bounced in front of him, but it's Gundogan. Gundogan with his technical
2-0.
ability should have scored that. Yeah,
I
he could
would
have scored that.
say no. What I'm saying 2-0. I would give him like what do you say? 7 because that goal
Yeah,
was class. Because
yeah.
he did amidst a lot of chance of misplaced passes. So overall 7.
Yeah, goal was actually difficult. That off his weak foot, right?
Yep.
He hit it across. Goal was
Yeah, yeah,
difficult. There was another chance also Gundogan missed, right? He makes
yeah,
a
yeah.
run from a free kick, late run 1v1 with the keeper, and he misses
That
it.
was a difficult chance because there are a lot of players. It would have hit anyone. It could have gone straight on to be a great goal, as well as it could have hit any player of that because it
Yeah.
was from the
But I
keeper.
was disappointed that he hit it straight at the goalkeeper. He should have at least gone for the far post.
Yeah, yeah.
He should have tried it.
And the third one, KDB.
Okay. People were thinking. I mean, people think Haaland was the best player on the pitch due to the goals, but I think KDB was at the level of Haaland at least yesterday. KDB was so good. It was one of the best games of KDB this season. The way he
I would,
ran into the channels, the way he passed, the crosses, it was KDB at his
I
absolute
would give
best.
him 8.5 actually.
Yeah. For me,
8.5, 9.
yeah, for me
Eight,
nine.
yeah.
I would actually
And
go with the 9.5 for KDB because he was literally unplayable yesterday.
I'm coming on unplayable players. Bernardo Silva on the right wing.
Bernard,
He was so good yesterday. I thought he was gonna score that. He dribble past one, two, three
yeah,
players.
1, 2, 3, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I thought
He
he's gonna
dribbled
score.
past them.
He just dribble pass. He doesn't take a shoot, just at
Yeah,
the right moment.
yeah.
Because
You,
that guy got a great shooting power range, long ranges.
yeah, Bernardo Silva is a great shooter. You know, Bernardo Silva in the entire Premier League, Bernardo Silva is the best dribbler.
Yeah,
People will might not agree, but Bernardo Silva is the best dribbler in the Premier League right now in the entire Premier League. Because if you see that FIFA gives up this ratings, right, dribbling this much, Bernardo Silva is the best. Is having the best of those ratings as well in that is the
mhm.
best dribbler.
Yeah, definitely.
But honestly,
Um,
what did you think when Bernardo Silva, when you saw Bernardo in the lineup? Were you disappointed that Mahrez or Foden didn't start?
no, I was disappointed what was Pep doing with 4 center backs.
Yeah, but that was a
Wingers,
tactic. But I
because the
was,
wingers part, you never know which winger is gonna play because sometimes Pep's put Bernardo on the left wing also. So
yeah,
Bernardo on the left wing. Two players' position is fixed. That's Mahrez and Grealish as left winger, right winger.
Haaland,
Bernardo,
yeah,
Foden, Alvarez. These three are like rotating. You play on the
yeah,
left, right, center.
Yeah, center.
Okay.
But I thought he'll play Riyad Mahrez for sure because generally he starts
I thought,
Mahrez in every.
yeah, but it's fine. Bernardo Silva actually, this was a complete team actually because everyone was overlapping, know what their position because Mahrez actually stays on the wings only. I
Yeah,
have
stays on the wing.
seen.
Exactly. He loses the ball more.
Yeah, sometimes Foden also does that, but now he's coming in midfield a lot. But
Yeah,
these team here actually is complete because almost similar type of players and coming inside and outside, coming in and
yeah,
out. Because KDB
yeah,
likes to drift on the right wing, on the wings more than the other guy who's coming, who's on the wings, come into wing midfield,
yeah,
which complements KDB a lot. Like what do you say, a Maris type of player, Maris,
yeah, yeah,
Bernardo
yeah,
type of player.
yeah.
Because Bernardo
Yeah.
can move into midfield and KDB
Yeah.
can move into wings. Same, they get interchange position a lot.
Yeah. I mean, they asked Pep after the match in the press conference. First question is, why did you play Bernardo instead of Mahrez or Foden? Like most of the fans wanted to know. What Pep said was, "I'm sorry, guys. I know we have more information. I know more than the Twitter guys, more than the fans, more than you. We have more information." He told he played Bernardo because he wanted someone who can press three players at the same time. Like he presses one and then he shadow presses the other two because he wanted to block the channel of Guardiola, David Ram, Sabozalai. That left hand channel of Leipzig was like very, very, very strong. So Pep said Bernardo is the only player in the world who could like manage three players with just this passing
Yeah,
structure, passing movements and
definitely,
stuff. So
definitely. And
tactical one
on the
from
left,
Pep.
on the left wing, Grealish. He has a fine game, but he could have scored a one or two goals. I
Yeah.
would give him 7.58 like that.
Yeah, I would also give him a Jack Grealish. He was like very confident running with the ball. For me, I think there were two, three occasions where City were under immense pressure. Grealish goes, takes the ball from Ake, and then brings the ball all the way to the wing almost, or all the way to the midfield. So
Yep.
Jack, there's a good rapport developing between Ake and Grealish. It suddenly seems they can understand each other. When Grealish is going in, Ake overlaps. Grealish outside, Ake inside. Ake is in trouble.
This
Grealish
is,
runs back.
yeah. This is what happens when you play a team which know each
Yeah,
other. Players who know each other, they're gonna where is their position, which players coming in. They like have their understanding. Like what we were doing in this between the season and especially at the World Cup, we keep rotating players. I know Rico Rivas did great in that time period,
yeah.
but we keep rotating our wingers because Grealish and Mahrez did really well, but they don't have a fixed left back and right back combinations. So
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
point.
yeah, yeah.
Then coming back to the main
And
guy,
yeah,
yeah,
before we go to Haaland, there was one thing that was wrong as well. I think when Cancelo was playing with Grealish on the left, Grealish wanted to go inside. Cancelo rarely overlaps, right? Cancelo also always wants to come inside, and I think that was not working out. That meant Grealish had to stay out wide, which is not really strength. Now with Ake there, I think it really is opening up Grealish as well. I think Cancelo
yes,
doesn't suit this system now.
yes. Then coming back to the main guy, Erling Haaland.
Yeah. He's a world beater. I mean, after the match, in the interview, he was saying, I could have done better. I could have scored that goal. 1v1, this goal. I have to improve on my heading. I mean, you could just see in his eyes and you could sense that serial winner mentality. He is like,
Yeah,
I always thought to win the Champions League, you need, you need to have a ruthless hunting kind of a striker who is like he has no emotions, he only scores goals,
I
doesn't
just
matter how it is.
Yeah, I know he needs to break that golden book record of Mohamed Salah and Alan Shearer. I really like to him. Pep needs like what is it, bench him for 2 or 3 games for the Premier League games so that
Yeah,
Alvarez could play and he gets into these kind of players a bit more so like they have the understanding of it. But I don't think so that will happen because Pep has to keep Haaland happy.
yeah.
Because it's the only hope. Not
Do
like
you think
Alvarez
Haaland?
can't do, but
Alvarez, we don't know how Pep will use Alvarez because I think Alvarez, Pep might use him in that KDB kind of a role from next season
We
in
have to
that
see
hole.
because if Pep's plan is to develop Alvarez as KDB's replacement, we have to, because then we have to find another striker. Maybe Osimhen. I know he's linked with us
No,
now.
Osimhen is 100. Osimhen is 100 million. They're not going to
Yeah.
spend 100 million on a
So
striker.
like if he's making Alvarez into a KDB type of player, so we need an extra striker.
Or maybe someone from the academy will
Yeah,
come.
let's see. Because maybe
Yeah,
there was hopes of
Liam
City.
Delap might actually come back.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. 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 Liam Delap coming in for City.
Yeah.
So let's hope.
I
I
just
hope
wanted
he.
to ask you something else. Do you think
Yeah,
Haaland will break the Ronaldo record, 17 goals in the CL?
the way he played yesterday, and if it depends on the opponents we get actually.
If we get Benfica, I'm sure in the next round itself the record is broken.
Yeah, yeah. 2 games is enough for him.
That would be insane because no one thought that he can break the 17 goals of Ronaldo, right?
Lewandowski couldn't do so.
Uh,
Now we expect. Really wanted Haaland to score the sixth goal, but Pep
double hat
wanted
trick.
to save Messi record. So okay, let it be.
You know what Pep said in the press conference? They asked him, "Why
Yeah,
did you
yeah,
let Haaland score the double hat trick?" He said, "He's just 22. If he breaks all these records now, he'll be bored in life."
yeah. Yeah, there was a comment. There was I read somewhere, what Pep will do if it's Haaland's almost about to break Leo Messi's
Yeah.
91 goals record. He'll be on 90th goal, and Pep will bench him for 2 or 3 games. So just before the calendar year is finished, so that he doesn't break Messi's record of 91 goals.
But 91 goals is too much. I don't think anyone
Yeah,
can
yeah. No, I have a feeling he'll do 50, 60, something like that,
50,
but not
60.
91.
Yeah. 91 is just
91 is
insane.
too much, too much.
Yeah,
And
91 is
special
insane.
players do. It's
Yeah.
too.
Like
he-
I think 91 is like very
No,
insane.
because if Haaland is settled to City, if you are able to find him a lot, then maybe I could say, but still 91 is too much.
Yeah. I think this season he could do 50 in all competitions.
Yeah, because that's the most number of goals scored by a particular team. That's true.
Yeah. You know, Haaland has more goals than Chelsea in all competitions.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point.
That is an
Wait,
insane
he has
stat.
39, Chelsea have 37.
I would not be surprised if Haaland has more goals than the bottom 10 teams combined in the Premier
That's
League.
that's okay, but the race, the real race for Golden was between Chelsea and Haaland.
Yeah, that is true. Like Harry Kane is having a damn good season, goal scoring wise, but no one is bothering about him due to
Yeah,
Haaland.
he almost scored 20 goals, but no
Yeah,
one doesn't care because Haaland is
no
like
one is giving a shit
20
about him.
28, 20 then because okay. Let's get back to the topic and give him the rating. I have given him 10. We won't be like who was that? Give him a 9.5, 9.5 rating. We'll give him 10.
Yeah,
No,
I think I'll
no
give him a
argument.
10. I'll give him a 10. Haaland, you you can't do anything else. 5 goals. What else can you do? He was pressing. The energy was very good.
Yeah,
He was linking
he's
up well. He was pressing.
yeah, okay. So does Haaland make our team weak?
You opponents can just hope. They can dream. That's all.
Just I was thinking like let it be because oh, I was on the commentators listening to commentary. They were like, thank God the City haven't you able to use Haaland properly. Because of that, if they started to use, what will your teams do?
That is true.
Okay,
But now they're like clicking into gear. Now Pep is understanding what works.
yeah, yeah. So because it's the business end of period, so I can
Yeah,
understand. And we can do a bit more like on this guy's rate, these players rate. What do you say? Was that?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, these guys subsidy ratings. What do you think?
Calvin Phillips, he was scrap 4.
Okay, I would give him five. He's still, he's not yet settled, but is making a quick impact. Sergio Gomez,
I
six
think
point.
but Gomez is playing in the midfield, right? So probably I think
What?
when Pep
What
plays
if what?
Gomez, go on.
I have a question. If like, what is what Pep is thinking? Maybe Gomez as KDB's replacement because he is like, he started as a cam at La Masia, so he knows that what La Masia teams do, like what do you say, Cruyffian games does, drifting in inside out. What KDB roles, because he could be a good replacement for KDB actually. What do you think as cam?
I think Maxima Peron for that role. Maxima Peron
Yeah,
is a
I have.
generational talent.
Yeah,
Maxima Peron is a generational talent.
that's so cool. Then Sergio Gomez, I will give him 5.5. Then other guy was Phil Foden.
Before going to Phil Foden, I think Pep has a plan for Sergio Gomez. When Pep plays Sergio Gomez at left back, I think he'll play someone like a Walker at right rather than Stone, so that Gomez can come inside and complete the box midfield, and they'll have another overlapping fullback. So I think that is the plan for Sergio Gomez. Actually, that's why they're playing him in the midfield and stuff.
Yes, let's then I will say going to Foden,
Yeah,
then we'll end up
yeah.
with Mahrez.
Yeah, Foden. I think Foden played well. I think 8 for Foden. At least 7.58 for me.
Same ratings. Mahrez, I would give him that of the that 60 minutes, 30 minutes of game, I would give
Yeah,
him 9 because he
yeah.
that assist to KDB, that
He
he
was
was
very
dribbling fast,
lively, very lively.
very lucky. I know the last person, last but not least, Alvarez. A bit sloppy, I would say, but it's fine.
Yeah, I
Six.
think yeah, 7.5 for me. Alvarez.
He needs to start scoring from now onwards. It's
Yeah,
the high time because he's been in the team for quite a long. He needs to continuously start scoring because he's
yeah,
getting
yeah.
enough
But
chances
yeah,
as
but
sub
you
also.
can't blame him. I guess you can't blame him because strikers they want confidence, right? Every match after match, you want your striker to play. But Alvarez, he scores 2 goals in one match. Pep sits him on the bench for 3 more games. Again, he plays out for 2 more games. So I think it's difficult, especially for a young player.
Yes, and on conclusion part, let's ask which team do you want in last eight from
Wow, that
first.
is that is a mystery. That is
Okay, so
interesting.
far the teams I would say which is available who have qualified, I would say this I'll go with the order Bayern.
Yeah.
Bayern is there. Milan, Chelsea, is Inter, City, who else is
Benfica,
there?
Benfica,
Benfica,
Benfica.
Benfica, Po, Inter, City. Then
Yeah,
most probably Madrid and Napoli.
yeah. Napoli is playing Eintracht Frankfurt, right? The game is 1-0.
That's they're 2-0 up.
2-0 up. Okay. I mean, you can say never in
Yeah, that's
Champions
right.
League, but okay,
Yeah,
Napoli. Yeah, yeah. But I think honestly, the easiest draw on paper would be Benfica.
yeah, that's true.
Everyone would want to draw them. The hardest
Uh,
draw on paper would be it's
Bayern,
Bayern.
Bayern.
I I actually think it's Napoli the hardest draw because Bayern are not that fluid actually. If you saw against PSG, if
Uh,
Mbappe was clinical, I think PSG could have beaten Bayern actually.
Bayern have the sloppiness actually
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Sommer is good, but he's not so good actually.
Yeah, he's no good, and Bayern haven't faced a team yet who can like press the life out of them. I don't think they've faced such a team in the Bundesliga as well. So
I would personally, I would like to face Chelsea because that team is, you don't know what to expect,
yeah,
unpredictable.
yeah, that is
Not
true.
like
That is
that.
true.
They're good actually. They're picking up form, but I would like to face Chelsea because like it's an open game, 50-50 chance. I like a team bit. I want a someone a bit more competition, who just that team doesn't only setbacks.
Yeah. I would like to face Napoli actually. The game will be one hell
Yeah,
of a
that's
game,
true.
end to end, on the front foot.
Yeah. For
Quatsilia,
me,
Winter
yeah,
Osimhen.
that's true. First choice would be Chelsea, but I have a feeling one of the Milan club is coming to their heart this time around.
I want Bayern to face Real Madrid actually. That will be
Okay,
superb.
okay. So, okay, I get it. So, the chances of winning us is quite wide. Okay. So, but personally, still, yeah, there's no chance for Liverpool now because it's 3-0 up, it's 3-0 down. So it's fine. But they have done it in the past, so
Yeah, yeah,
I just have hope for them. But apart from that, I would like to face Inter because Inter has some slow players, not that fast. Because
yeah,
it would be open because Inter like to sit back a lot, which
yeah,
is which is like the type of team we want to avoid as well as we like to have.
yeah. I actually think it would be a battle between two different footballing philosophies, right? Sit
Yeah,
back against
facing
a
Inter.
possession-based team, exactly. Both the teams would be happy. I think Inter will be difficult actually because then people realize because
No,
they will
that's the
sit back,
reason.
they can hit
Yeah,
us on
yeah.
the break and stuff.
That's what if we like have we have able to manage beat them, we'll have a chance. We can handle any team because Inter is like one of those teams which have those and sit back and hold, absorb pressure, then go on counter. If we can if we can if we manage to beat them in the
Yeah.
how we did against Atletico Madrid last time around, we have a good shot at Champions League fun
Yeah,
this time
yeah.
around.
I think those kind of teams who sit back, Forest and other teams in the Premier League, we've struggled against them, right? So
Yeah,
Inter will be
avoiding
interesting.
them, avoiding and beating them would give us will boost our confidence. Actually, we can handle other teams in the
Yeah.
PL because the PL title race. Because the teams which are left to play is those kind of teams.
Yeah. That is true. Yeah, in the PL, right? But if KDB is in this form, if Gundogan can make the runs he made against Leipzig, and Haaland is in this form, then I don't care if it's Inter or if it's Real Madrid. I think he can defeat anyone. Literally, it's undefendable. If Gundogan makes those runs, Bernardo dribbles inside, Haaland goes. You can't. It's undefendable almost.
Yes, yes. So with that in mind, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on your thoughts first.
I mean, it honestly at the starting of the match I was so tense, but at the end of the match I was like, bring on any team in the draw. We'll just go for it. Now I don't care about who we face in the draw after yesterday's performance. It honestly came as a shock to footballing world, to our fans as well. Like most of the fans and the social media and stuff, people were thinking we will win, but it will be 2-1, 3-1, something like that. It will be a close match and we nick it by a goal or two. But no one saw this absolute destruction. For me, honestly, it reminded me of 2000, that COVID season, 2020-21. We go to Chelsea and we absolutely smash them, right? 5-0, 6-0, something. We smash them. And our season just kicks on. It gave me those kind of vibes yesterday after this match.
Yes, definitely. Same for me because I was a bit nervous because I felt I thought it would be an open game. I thought maybe Leipzig might pull it off because they were in a good form and all.
Yeah,
So I thought they might pull it off. But lucky for us that two goals in 2 minutes helped us a lot.
yeah.
And we are
I,
lucky
yeah.
and we are lucky enough that Edison avoided a red card or yellow
Yeah,
card.
what did exactly. I mean, I wouldn't say luck as much because even before that penalty, we were creating chances, right? Gundogan had one
Yeah.
chance, and then Grealish had a half chance, I think, where his shot hit the went for a corner and stuff. We had chances, but I think as much as the players, Pep deserves a lot of credit. I think tactically he got it spot on. Playing Bernardo and playing John Stones at right back was, I think, Masterclass. It's a tactical
Yes.
masterclass.
So is this the team till the end of the season?
I think it depends on the opponent
Like
because
on the wings, it might be changing, keep on changing. Like what do you say? What can I say? Like
yeah, I think
Foden and
Grealish,
Foden,
Grealish,
Grealish,
yeah,
Mahrez.
Foden, yeah, I think Grealish will be a permanent fixture on the left wing. Most of the
Right
time,
wing,
Grealish will be there. On the
right
right
wing.
wing, I think he'll interchange in the right wing. On the right wing, it would be
Maybe maybe we would see like Foden, Grealish on the left wing battling out, and the right wing Mahrez, Alvarez, and this guy. What is his name? Bernardo Silva on the
Bernardo
right
Silva.
wing.
I think Bernardo Silva could play on the right or he could play in the midfield as well. I think it will be that kind of a
And
rotation for Bernardo
he
Silva.
could be drifting back to the left back because I don't trust Stone when he'll get into it back.
I don't want to see Bernardo at left back again.
No, he did really well. Master plan.
Yeah. But Pep said before Crystal Palace that Palace away, Leipzig home, and Burnley away. Burnley home will define our season. We got through two matches in good style. Palace
So
away was difficult actually.
Burnley
Thank
at
God we
home,
got through Palace
yeah,
away.
yeah. Burnley at home is quite an interesting call because
Interesting, interesting.
Burnley plays similar to Leipzig
Yeah,
currently.
so attacking football and stuff. But if you ask me, out of these three matches, if at all I want to lose one, I think I would still go. Worst case scenario, I would go with Burnley because
Yeah,
that is the least important of
but
competition. I
I
think worst
prefer
case scenario.
prefer but I prefer winning FA Cup. At least we'll have some trophy this time around
Yeah,
than going all out
yeah, that is
for
true. That is
Premier League and the same Champions League. I know we'll end up having Premier League anyways. In the end, we'll end up having Premier League.
yeah, yeah,
If we didn't, let's go for FA Cup. Only 2 or 3 games are left, so it's fine. Go for FA Cup.
yeah. FA Cup and the Champions League. I think this time Pep really wants the
Champions
Champions
League,
League.
it's like you never know what to expect, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
that is true.
I
Yeah.
still prefer winning FA Cup over other trophies because the only hope we have we can went on to win the trophy. Only only hurdle is maybe a United or maybe a Brighton. Nothing else. No one else is left.
Yeah, no one. And United as well. Honestly, we should have beaten them two times in the league. The referee did that
Right.
nonsense and we lost.
So like only 2 hurdles are left. That's United and
Yeah,
Brighton. If we can
yeah,
avoid those them, if we can beat them and we can went on to win the FA Cup, it's fine.
yeah, yeah,
Premier League, yeah, let's no, we'll make it on some other stream regarding Premier League plays. It's getting too much time. Okay,
yeah,
so with
yeah,
that in mind, let's end this.
yeah. Let's end this.
Yeah.